Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about something that I think is really fun, and that is trends. Some of you might be like, oh, ugh, stop trends. And I think there are a lot of negative connotations that come along with trends, but I look at trends as a positive thing when experimented with properly. I think that trends can be a great way to play with your style, to get excited about your wardrobe again, to figure out who you are, what you like, because you might just push yourself outside of your comfort zone just enough to discover something really great. So overall, I am a big advocate for playing around with trends. Obviously, one of the big downsides is how much it contributes to consumption and things like fast fashion, and I definitely will be recommending things that do come from fast fashion brands, but ultimately I stand by, if you get something and you're like, I don't know, I'm on the fence about it, but you just want to wear it because it is trendy, then I recommend sending it back. Don't keep it around, because those are really the items that you will probably end up just passing along after you don't wear them for a season or two. Versus I have things that are considered trendy that I've been wearing year after year after year. I think these boots that I have on are a great example of that. I wanted to get on that like chunky boot trend, and I picked up these Prada boots from the Real, and they're some of my favorite shoes in my closet, and I keep wearing them time and time again. So whether it comes from a fast fashion brand or it comes secondhand or whatever, I think you do what feels right, and just try to get the most, price per wear out of your item. So I want to jump in immediately with some of the things that I picked up recently that are a little different for me, and that is what I'm wearing right now. So I picked up this set from Zara. I love this chocolate brown color. This is definitely a trend color, kind of similar to, say, like the Bottega green color. It's definitely a trendy color for the season, but I personally think brown looks really good on me. It's very flattering for pretty much any skin tone, I think. And it's still a neutral, but a fun way to experiment with color, just because it still goes with a ton of things that are in my closet. My cream sweaters, it goes really well with black. I love that contrast of chocolate brown and black. So for me, brown was kind of a great way for me to play with color, but still stay true to my neutral self. And as you can see, actually everything here is still really neutral. I'm only pushing myself out of my comfort zone in certain ways, and usually color isn't one of those. I've gone for like fun shapes, fun fabrics, and that's what leads me to the next thing that I love about this set, and that is the fabric. This is like a faux silk, so it's a satin, and I love the fabric. I feel like I'm wearing pajama pants. I feel very like elegant, groovy woman about town in the 60s living in LA. I don't know what it is. I think now that my hair is a little bit longer, I'm kind of into this like groovy vibe. I love the uniqueness of the shirt as well. The buttons in the front are completely hidden. So as you can see here, you don't even actually know that it's a button up, which is kind of cool. And yeah, I just love the satin fabric, and I love an elasticized waist. I love the kind of bell-bottomy pant. I feel elegant, I feel cool, and I just feel like I'm having a lot of fun when I'm putting this outfit on. I can go for the full like head to toe look, which is like very out there, or if I want to play it a little more safe, the look that I've actually been wearing, embarrassingly enough, 2 days in a row now, is I will wear these pants and I will pair it with this oversized black t-shirt and then a lot of really fun gold jewelry, and that is an outfit that I've just been wearing every day, because once again, it feels like I'm wearing pajamas, but I just feel like I look really groovy, I look really cool. So that satin is something I've absolutely been loving. I will say, after I got these pants and I started wearing them for a week or two, I ended up ordering another pair of satin pants, just because for winter and for fall, you can wear these out for like an elegant, like a party. You could wear them to work with a sweater. I just think these will go with everything, and you can dress it up, you can dress it down, but once again, they just feel so comfortable. and they're high-waisted. They have an elastic waistband, so they're super comfortable. And yeah, I love, love, love. These pants are from H&M, and they're definitely a lot higher quality than the Zara ones. The Zara ones are super fun, they're beautiful, but they're definitely not the most well-made pants. A lot of times the elastic hem tries to kind of like flip up in a funky way and whatnot. So I will say that these are actually well over double the price of the Zara ones. So if you're looking for a more budget-friendly option, or you're just really in love with the brown color, the Zara ones are fantastic, but these from H&M are actually really well made, and they are at a higher price point. They're about $124. But considering how much I've already worn these brown pants, I know I'm gonna wear these black pants just like constantly, and I am so excited for this kind of like satin trend, I guess. I think this is a great fabric, and I love mixing in the winter, you know, chunky knits. Well, in general, I love mixing fabrics, so adding more sort of complex fabrics into my wardrobe is just a really fun way to get more use out of the things that I already have in my wardrobe, like sweaters and things like that. Now, I did a whole video actually about some of my favorite non-skinny jeans, so I will link that below as well as above. But I do want to talk about a couple of pairs, mostly because of what I'm going to style them with, which brings me into my next little set of trend stuff. And it all has to do with a collection that Maeve Reilly just launched with Nasty Gal. To disclaim publicly and to be very transparent, I'm actually not a huge fan of Nasty Gal. I find their clothing is usually really poorly made, and I usually end up always giving away things that I buy from there. But I love Maeve Reilly. If you're not familiar with Maeve Reilly, she is the stylist to so many incredible celebrities. Like, she's basically responsible for the blow up of Hailey Bieber, of Megan Fox. She has styled them, and she just has the coolest LA hip hop cool girl style. And she has a YouTube channel that I've been loving. I will also leave that link down below, because if you're into fashion and style, which hopefully you obviously are because you're here, I think you'll like it too. But I was so inspired when I saw that she launched a collection with Nasty Gal that I was like, okay, kind of don't love Nasty Gal, but Maeve is my girl, manifesting that I feel like we'd be best friends if we knew one another. But I love her, and I want to try some of these pieces, and I'm so glad that I took the plunge, because actually a lot of these pieces are pretty good quality, I will say. Like, this sort of coat shirt situation, I don't even know what to call this. Like, obviously, yeah, it's a bizarre fabric. It is some kind of faux wool, I guess, but it's really heavy. It's really nicely sewn, and pardon my like awful steaming job, because I wanted to film this video before the sunset. But as you guys probably know from a lot of my last videos, I love having big pieces like this and just layering it over really simple stuff, layering it over leggings, crop tops. And that's why I bring this up. Well, that's why I bring the jean part up, because she also came out with these two black sort of like very high crop tops, which I definitely consider a crop top in this sense to be a trend. But I love these tops. I love the little detailing actually that she's put into this. So this one, for example, has a high neck, which is great, because I feel like if you're gonna go cropped or you're gonna show any piece of your body, I personally like to keep everything else pretty covered and just have that one little sexy part kind of peeking out. And that's what's so great about these crop tops, is that they're really high neck, they have long sleeves, but they definitely are very cropped. And I love this like reverse sweetheart neckline, as in the sweetheart is like under the boobs, which is really unique, and you have this really pretty gathering. The fabric is actually really nice. It's really heavy as well, and it's like ribbed, if you can see here. So I was super excited to have this as like a cool crop top for winter, because I wanted to pair it with a lot of these high-waisted options that I've been purchasing. So even these black silk pants, I think they look great with for maybe a nighttime look. I love, you know, I love my dish denim. I talked about it in my dish haul, as well as just the jean haul that I have. I think if I wanted to go really skateboarder 2000s grunge kind of look, I think pairing this top with those dish denim jeans is just the ultimate look. throw them on with a pair of Vans. Like, I would just look super like I traveled in time, which is great. So I am loving this high-necked long sleeve top. I just think it'll be such a good sort of basic in my wardrobe, and a really great way to sort of play around with a lot of these other trend pieces, especially like the mom jean or mom jean, and anything else that's just like very high-waisted or baggy. It's kind of like the perfect contrast to that. So I've also just been holding this backwards the entire time, but yeah, I just think this is really unique and I love it. Maeve did such a good job. Another really cool top that I'm also gonna pair with, frankly, the jeans, but also this really cool wool overshirt as well. Like I mentioned, I love just having like a basic like this. This is just a fantastic ribbed, once again, I actually really like the fabric, ribbed little tank. I think it comes in a ton of different colors. I might even order this in like a gray and the white, I think it also comes in. But how cute is this? This would actually look really cute over this, just as like almost like a weird little sweater vest kind of situation. But I think having a basic like this is so great because then you can layer other pieces on top of it, whether that's like a blazer or, once again, this big wool kind of coat overlay thing. Anytime you're layering clothes or you're layering textures or you're layering fabrics, you're adding visual interest to the outfit. Your outfit is becoming more interesting. It's such an easy hack and it's what I love doing, and it's how I feel, just like, I just feel really cool and modern when that's kind of the, what's the word? Trick that I use, I guess. So yeah, love this little black rib tank. And then yeah, this really oversized sort of trends, just playing with like bagginess. One way that I will say if you're worried about pulling this off is like, just embrace it. Like, it might feel a little weird to you if you're not used to wearing your clothes oversized. I really like wearing my clothes oversized personally, just because it's comfortable that way. But contrast it, add a contrast, add really just like tight fitting, you know, leggings and a top underneath, so that this is really the statement piece. And what I would suggest that actually with every single one of these pieces on here is that whatever trend piece you're inserting, let that be the thing that shines. Don't feel like you need to add 50 other things on top of it, because in my opinion, that's when things start going south, and that's when it looks like you're trying too hard, which I don't think any of us want to look like we're trying too hard. Or frankly, I mean, if you're like 14 years old, throw it all on, do whatever you want. But I personally feel like as the older I get, I'm 32 now for reference, sometimes I don't want to look like I'm trying to be like a teeny bopper or anything. So I find that keeping some classic pieces in there, for example, I think having a really like undone, like going to the mall kind of look that this gives with this is on top, adding on my really structured Hermes bag on top of that, I think is a really fun way to sort of play with it. So that's another trick I guess I would give, is that when you're playing with some of these trends, like add in some classic pieces, keep some classic pieces, because that's ultimately going to keep some balance and harmony to your outfit. Unless you're just known for dressing like all over the place, and then look at you, good for you. Rihanna's like that. She can literally throw on anything, trend head to toe, and she looks fantastic. So to each their own. And then the final thing that I want to talk about is the zip up sweater, and more specifically the half zip sweater. I'm really not doing this justice on the hanger, but I swear it looks very cute in person. Once again, very much sort of like a 90s trend. I'm sure I had a lot of these growing up, and I love it. I love H&M really knocks it out of the park with their sweaters, I will say. This was part of their Conscious collection. So once again, I think it was a slightly higher price point, but having just a big oversized sweater. I once again would pair this with like tights or leggings, like leather leggings, and then maybe my Stuart Weitzman boots of some sort, just to keep the balance there. I love that this is so oversized. I'm definitely gonna wear it as kind of like a dress, and then just put like maybe even a whole bodysuit underneath. The Zara has this really incredible wool bodysuit if you want to add an extra layer of warmth, but I really love this zip up. You can almost make it like a turtleneck or just have it down, have some of your jewelry hanging out. I like the versatility of that, but yeah, I'm a really big fan of the little half zip. I think it's cute. I think it's a fun throwback. So very into returning to this trend from my childhood. But yeah, I do want to touch on a couple of accessories as well. I think a great way to experiment with trends is through accessories. I've said this before, I will say it again. If you don't want to take the plunge and you want to keep your wardrobe really classic, throw on a fun necklace. I have been experimenting with gold chains and really beautiful gold jewelry. I feel so cool. I feel like a gypsy queen. And these fun, insane chains like that have, say, my initials on them, or yeah, you can literally get any style. You can get more feminine, you can get more rock and roll. I'll leave a ton of different options linked down below, but I love layering them up. I love stacking them. They just really spice up a plain, sweater or a button up, and they kind of give you that extra level of specialness that sometimes you're looking for in an outfit. So playing around with fun jewelry, particularly gold chains, has been something that I've been loving. I also discovered a new jewelry brand. Well, my boyfriend discovered it. I will give him the credit. For my birthday, he gifted me this beautiful Algerie, I think that's how you say the brand name, necklace. They're based out of London, and they create these just gorgeous handmade gold pieces. And I loved it so much that I ended up buying another necklace to accompany it at sort of a longer level. It's called the Curator, and I actually bought that in celebration of reaching 10,000 subscribers on my other YouTube channel where I talk about art and fun things like that. So that was a little gift to myself. But yeah, I've just been loving gorgeous, heavier gold jewelry, especially gold chains. So accessories have been a fun way for me to sort of like play without having to add a lot of things to my wardrobe that take up space or that are going to be, wasteful. Another accessory piece that I love and that I have shared before and that I think you guys really loved is this purse. This is from Mango. They keep restocking it, so even if you see that it's out of stock, I would use a browser extension like Honey or something and add it to your wish list, and they'll let you know when it comes back in stock. I love this bag. This has a very Bottega-esque feel to it, but the thing I love the most about this bag is that it's shearling. So you really get to explore and have a great time with that Teddy look that has not gone anywhere. Teddy stuff is completely back this season. I actually had a Teddy coat for a while, but I ended up getting rid of it because it just took up so much space for how often I ended up wearing it. And what I actually love is just this little pop of Teddy that I can add to any outfit where I just, once again, want to shake it up, add a little texture. It looks so good with an all black outfit. It looks great with all of my coats, and so I would definitely recommend investing in like a fun accessory like this if you're a little bit too worried about jumping into some of these more hardcore trends. It's a safe way to play for sure. Okay, so let me know. I know I went through that kind of quickly, but let me know what you think. Would you wear any of this? Would you not wear any of this? Like, would you not be caught dead wearing satin pants? Or are they your new favorite thing for the season, like mine? Let me know if I'm alone or not. And maybe I missed a trend that you're super into that I should try out. Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.